Good morning, girls. In the previous video of index, we had gone through the what meaning of index, then types of index, then what is row ID, right? And we learned how you can create a simple index as well as composite index. We understood these two types through an example. Then one more type we covered is bitmap index, right, where we want to do the searching on low cardinality columns. We can go with this type, bitmap index, right. Now the third one is function based index. In Oracle allows creating indexes based on the function or expression mapped to one or more columns in a table. Function based indexes are very useful when where clause contains a function or expression to evaluate a query. I repeat, when you want to do a searching based on the function column, you want to create index on function based index are very useful where we apply a where clause which contain a function or expression to evaluate a query. For example, create an index on the function upper. Here we want to execute a query which has one expression in it, namely we can say that upper function. Create an index on the function upper used on fname column of the employee table, right? For that, how you can create a query? Create index, then name of index, you have to specify the name of index on, then table name, and then inside the column, instead of writing a column name, the direct column name, will use the function. As you can see the function over here on your screen, here we have used the function upper. Let us try to understand the function based index through an example. Right, we are having one table with name employee 10. We'll apply this query on the employee 10 table. Create index. Now specify the name of column, index underscore fun. This is a name of our index that we want to create. 10 on is a keyword. Then specify the name of table on which you want to apply. You want to create an index. Inside the bracket, directly, instead of directly specifying the name of column, we will use our function. Here our function is upper, and now the name of column not emp but ename, right? This is the name of column. Bracket is over one more time and semicolon, and press enter. Now you can see that we have applied a function on this column, and when we created one index based on this function, right? Upper is our function, and we created one index on this column. Let us see whether it is created or not by applying a query. Select index name, index type from user indexes where table name equals to emp10. There are two indexes applied on emp10 table, namely ind underscore function. Here you can see the type of index is function based, normal function, and one more index is created on the same table with name tmp indx, right, which is a normal type of index. Let us switch back to our document. Our next object is synonym. A synonym is an alternative name. Alternative means other name, or we can say similar type of name. A synonym is an alternative name for objects such as tables, view, sequence, store procedures, and other objects of database. A public synonym is available to all users, while a private synonym is available only to the owner of the database or to the account to whom that owner grants a privileges. We can say that basically there are two types of synonyms. Number one is private synonym, which is available only to the owner, and the second type of synonym is public synonym, which is available to all the users of database. Synonyms are frequently used to simplify SQL by giving a universal name to a local or remote object. Synonym also can be used to give a different or multiple names to individual objects. Unlike views, synonyms don't become invalid if the object they point to is dropped. How to create a synonym? Here you can see the syntax of synonym. Create synonym, the name of synonym for an object name, right? Create synonym, synonym name for object name. Here you can see the example of synonym on the screen. Create synonym, then name of synonym for employee 1. I repeat one more time how to create a synonym. Create synonym, then you have to specify the name of synonym that you want to create, right? And then 4 is a keyword, and then specify the name of object for which you want to create this synonym. We can create a synonym for any of the object like table or view, right? Now let us create one synonym for a table employee 1. Here instead of employee 1 we will create a synonym for employee 10. Okay. Now you can identify the table employee 10 as either employee 10 or as a synonym EMP, right? These are an alternate name applied for this table. SYN underscore EMP, this is an alternative name of this table, right? આપણે એવું કહી શકીએ કે એમ્પ્લોયી 10 માટેનો અધર નેમ એટલે કે બીજું નેમ ઓલ્ટરનેટ નેમ છે એ છે SYN underscore EMP. Let us create one synonym for employee 10 table. We'll write create synonym for EMP. Create synonym, we forgot to write the name of synonym. Okay, SYN underscore EMP10 for EMP10. Synonym is created. Here we got the message synonym is created. Okay. I have done the query. Select star select star from tab, right, and you can see the list of tables available in ORCL table. Here you can find the employee table. Here it is, and exactly below the name of table you can see the synonym created for employee 10 table, right, emp10, and exactly below it you can see the alternate name created for this table with name syn underscore emp10. Now how to drop this synonym? It is very easy. Again, drop synonym and then name of synonym. Drop synonym. The name of synonym is syn underscore emp10 emp10 and semicolon, and press enter. The synonym is dropped. Let us switch back to our document. One more topic is left, that is cluster. Cluster can be used to define a common one-to-many access paths, and the members row can be stored on the same database block as their owner row. Cluster are used to store data from different tables in the same physical data blocks. They are appropriate to use if the records from the tables are frequently queried together. Okay, I repeat, they are appropriate to use if the records from the tables are frequently queried together. Cluster may have a negative performance impact on the data manipulation transaction and on queries that only reference one of the table in the cluster. Now how to create a cluster? See the syntax: create cluster, cluster name, you have to specify the name of cluster, and then column data type. If you want to specify more than one column data type, you can do it, right? Here the column within the cluster index is called cluster key. Whatever column you want to use as a cluster, you want to apply a cluster on whatever column, that is known as your cluster key. For example, here I am going to create one cluster with name clue underscore inf and the column name b underscore no. I am going to use this column for applying a cluster, right? So b underscore number is known as cluster key. This is called cluster key. Okay, let us try to understand how to create a cluster. Before we create a cluster, let me clarify one thing. It doesn't make any difference in visibility of your table or record you are storing, but whenever you do the query on both the tables together, I mean frequently if you are queried on these two tables, right, at that time you can retrieve the records in a faster way. So this is the main purpose of creating cluster. The name is already exists by some other object, right? This means we have already used the same name somewhere else, right? So before you create the object with the same name, you must drop this one, or else you have to choose some other name. Okay, so let us change the name of cluster. Here I am taking CLU underscore INF1 instead of cluster INF. Everywhere you have to do changes. Okay, let me change the name of table as well. Here detail 1, the name of table is detail 1, and the table B master 1. Okay, cluster is created on this field B underscore number. Now we will create one table. Create table, add detail 1, book number, whatever column you are using for creating a cluster, that you have to create in a table also, in both the tables in fact, not in a single one. B underscore number varchar 2 with same data type, right? And we'll declare this field as a primary key for this table. Then one more field I want to declare, that is code underscore number, and the data type of this field is varchar 2, and we will add the name of cluster at the end, right? So what will happen with memory area of Oracle? This command will keep the column of add detail 1 and B underscore master 1 in nearby area, right? This column will be kept together, not together but in a nearby area because of this cluster, right? Create this table. Table is created. Okay, and switch back, create one more table with name B underscore master 1. Here table is created. So what will happen now? We have created the cluster on B underscore number, right? So next two tables, add underscore detail 1 and B underscore master 1. As I explained you that if we do the query on these two tables, right, query together, that too very frequently, then we will get the fast access of records from both the tables because of this cluster. Cluster will keep the cluster key in a nearby area for both this table. This is the main purpose. Okay, so that's it. These are the objects of Oracle. We have learned table, view, sequence, synonym and cluster. In our next video lecture, we'll start learning different log types. Okay, we'll cover the different log types and concurrency control. Before we start the new topic, you must complete your journals up to the example number 40 for this unit. Our half of the unit is complete now, right? In this unit we have done 40 examples. Now the next portion, Oracle locking and concurrency. અહીંયા આગળ આપણે theoretical concept છે. No examples anymore in this unit, right? So keep your journals up to date. Thank you.